Welcome back to Game Chambers. I'm Chris and this is Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. We are continuing with our playthrough with Emerylda, the nature and life shaman from Barythia. She's recently finished off saving Kenabres and now been appointed Knight Commander of Queen Galfrey from Nerosian's armies and sent off on a quest to the city, the hold of Drezen, to try and retake it. Now, she's not much of a military commander, more of a wandering gypsy type character initially, but here we are, and here she is. So we are in the camp. We were chatting to a lot of the people in the camp and sort of exploring a bit last time. We've got a few more people still to talk to. A couple of the companions, got this Hilor. I think there was a couple other people we had to see, but I believe we might have gone into all the tents. Maybe not the field medic yet, though. That's right, we had Daron reappointed to stay with us after we tried to get rid of him. So that was not ideal, but let's see what we got up with. Hilor nods approvingly. You've earned the title of Commander. Kenabres still stands thanks to you, but you'll have to be doubly on your guard. Your Eminence places a target on your back, and there are assassins about. Killing a high-ranked Crusader would bring a demon far more prestige than killing a common soldier. Not long ago, I stymied a few of the Spinner of Nightmare's attempts on the lives of influential Crusaders, so I know what I'm talking about. Okay. I don't know who this guy is, so let's find out. Oh no, this is the guy that gives us companions. Okay, cool. Finian's the sword. Can you tell us about the sword, can you? Do you know anything about a Pathfinder named Finian Dismar? Oh, because he's from the Pathfinder Society, because that's where you recruit members from. I'm following now. Hilor rubs his chin. We think, Dismar. I've definitely heard that name before. Of course you have, I'm a Pathfinder too. So now you're the commander in these lands? What about Lady Ori? When I left for the wound, she had just taken up the position. Hilor examines the talking weapon and chuckles sadly. I'm afraid Ori perished during the Third Crusade. Yes, now I remember. Finian Dismar went missing in the wound at the end of the Second Crusade. His name has been on the list of the fallen for a while. Here I am, alive and well. Write in your list that I'm back, and soon I'll file a detailed report about everything that happened to me. Finian's voice is full of joy. I knew it was a misunderstanding, but now everything will return to normal. I need to write to my folks. They probably think I'm dead too. Hilor shakes his head sadly. Poor lad, but such is the fate of a Pathfinder. We face the unknown, but sometimes the unknown wins, and our mind cannot take it. Okay, cool. So this is the guy that lets us respec. What do we cost? 18,000. Wow. 18,000 for a new custom character. That's fairly expensive. What do we even have? Yeah, 29,000. So it's definitely not something that we will be doing. Now, there's somebody that did want to talk to us around here. Nura Denduar's tent. Oh, we haven't been in there. Let's see what we got. A whole bunch of books. Oh, she is here. Hey, Nura. Just stealing all your books. Hope you don't mind. What is yours is mine, right? You keep your little hammer, though. I don't want that. Alright, what's Nura got for us? Knight Commander, how can I help? There is much I can do, just ask. Nura looks at you with eyes filled with enthusiasm. She's holding a notebook and a traveller's inkwell. So is Nura some kind of cleric? Oh well, I guess we'll ask her about it anyway. You've probably heard about the wound I have. One that opens sometimes on my chest. Can you perhaps tell me if it is some kind of demonic curse? Yes, indeed, I've been told of your affliction. Nura appears at the centre of your chest. Can you will the wound to open? No. That's a shame. What can you tell me about this wound? Well, it's difficult to say. I know of blades that leave never-healing cuts, of poisons that stop wounds from healing. I've heard of witches' curses that are awarded with eternal wounds, but wounds that seem to reopen and heal over and over? Do you think it's dangerous? It most likely is dangerous, but you're under the protection of Iomedae, Commander. She granted you mythic power, as they say. Surely the Inheritor would not leave you to face this alone. Have you perhaps noticed that the wound opens at moments when you waver in faith? Perhaps it is triggered by doubt. Thank you for your answers. Yeah, well, it has opened in those situations, hasn't it? I do not want to go through the history of the world wound with Nura, that's for sure. We're going to ask about her because she could... I don't know if they've made her a traitor or not. Oh my, I could tell you so many amazing things and you choose the most boring one of all. But right, what about myself then? Where are you from? Isga. A small piece of land that proudly calls itself a country, though it hasn't been independent for a single day in all the centuries it's existed. They have a lot of natural pride, but all of it is borrowed, always looking to the great day when they can at last be free of the rule of Cheliax. So Cheliax is a devil worshipping nation down in the south. Oh, here we go. Tells us a little bit there. The Isgari love talking politics. If two of them start bargaining over beats at the market, you can be sure that they'll end up arguing about whether an independent Isgar will be a monarchy or a republic. I've always found it funny to listen to. And a little disgusting. You see, there are a lot of us halflings in the country, but very few are citizens. Most are slaves. I was lucky. I've always been clever, ever since I was little, so they sent me to school instead of making me do the grunt work. They taught me to count and write, and I was sold as a secretary to Lord Axelar Tresbot. He's the one I left Isgar with. Never to return, I hope. How did you come to serve Queen Galfrey? I was a slave of Lord Axelar Tresbot in Isgar, my homeland. Oh, what a man he was! He towered over his fellows like a rock over a garbage heap. A true hero. He bought me as a simple secretary, but he made me learn the history of the world wound. All of it! One volume after another. He hired tutors for me, even sent me to meet prominent historians. He didn't want a simple slave, but a slave with an impeccable education. Lord Tresbot was going on a crusade. He firmly believed that the servants of the good gods were weak, and only a follower of Asmodeus could stand against the demon invasion. He took me along as a secretary, a historian, and most importantly, he entrusted me with recording his glorious story for future generations. In his crusade, Lord Tresbot performed many great feats, but even he could not stand against the whirlwind alone. In his final battle with the demons, when my lord realized he was doomed, his final act was to cover my retreat, so I could tell the world of his great deeds. Some people have said what he did was not heroic, just an arrogant moron puffing himself up one last time. But I say curse their tongues. My difficult journey ended in Mendev when I found my kingdom. There I published Lord Tresbot's biography, and I don't want to boast, but who am I kidding? Of course I do. The book sold in great numbers and made me rather famous for a time. That's what brought me to the Queen's attention. She invited me to her court. After all, she was curious about my deceased lord, and she was in great need of an expert on the history of the world wound. I hope you'll find me useful as well. Whew. Do you worship any deity? She makes a wry face. When I was a slave in Isgar, they would beat me with a stick to force me into believing in Asmodeus. They hit me and said it was for my own good. Ever since then, I don't like temples. I realize there are different gods, like Desna or Caden, who teach goodness and freedom, but it's just... As soon as I smell frankincense, I see the slave driver's stick. Maybe one day I'll be able to turn into a deity without cringing from a blow or for not being reverent enough, but for now I'll let others pray for me. Nara's smile trembles and collapses. Nara sounds sincere, but you fear that she's holding something back. Thank you for your answers. You're welcome, but you should ask me about something more interesting. I don't want to read the history of the world wound out loud. It is going to be exceedingly painful. I have to go. I don't think the history will help us in this circumstance either. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm making a mistake, not getting the history of the world wound at this point. Let's see what else we have in town. So that was Hilor there, so we're heading this way. We already went around the outskirts. Here's Irabeth. Commander, allow me to say something. Irabeth looks even more serious than usual. Before you, this wasn't a war. It was agony, drawn out over decades. No one believed in victory anymore. When the demons attacked the city, for some it was a relief. At least the end had come. They laid down their weapons and surrendered without a fight. I felt the same thing, but I somehow got through on stubbornness and the vague hope that if nobody found Nevia's body, she might by some miracle have survived. And that miracle was you. You returned my beloved to me when I'd nearly lost all hope of seeing her alive. Then you went on a suicide mission to the Grey Garrison and won the city back for us. You turned a defeat into a victory. I know it wasn't easy, but you made everything seem so effortless. You do everything just like that, she says with a snap of her fingers. The Queen believes in your powers too, but for me they're just more proof of what I felt that day when I saw Nevia alive, standing next to you. You're the miracle we've been waiting for. You're the one who will finally put an end to this terrible war. And in spite of everything, Deliver us the victory we so desperately need. With you, I'm sure this crusade will achieve what the others could not. It's a very strange person to come and save the world, but it's also not inappropriate for Emerylda to be doing this with her powers. I found a scabbard with your family name on it in the Grey Garrison. Irabeth looks down. This scabbard held the solemn hour. It my family's sword. My father once fought with it, and I took it when I left home to become a paladin. Alas, it was not stolen. I parted with my heirloom willingly to help someone dear to me. And Nebia needed expensive healing, and, having no other way to procure the money, I pawned my father's sword. I think he would have understood. I'm sure he would have given up everything to help the family. Now, if I remember correctly, I believe Anevia used to be a man, and the expensive healing she's referring to here was actually a gender change spell, or maybe item? I can't remember. So it'll be interesting to see if they've still gone down that route. I hoped to redeem the solemn hour eventually, but there was never enough money, and soon the sword disappeared along with from the pawn shop altogether. I have no idea who took it. Seems like I'll have to part with my father's sword forever. Is Anevia sick? You'll forgive me if I don't go into detail. It's a private matter. Suffice to say, everything is fine now. The treatment was costly, but it was worth it. I can see that you truly love her. A delicate blush appears on Irabeth's cheeks. She nods silently. Do we want to ask personal questions? Maybe more soldiers. We need reinforcements. Can you get us more soldiers? Irabeth frowns. When we began the march on Drezen, we chose speed over numbers. If I order more volunteers to be recruited, they simply won't arrive in time. We could pay majors to deliver the troops to the camp, except I doubt that our army's coffers could afford it. If you could spare 7,500 gold coins, I will see to our reinforcements. Perhaps later. Yeah, I don't know if we need reinforcements. I haven't even seen what is involved in the army side of things, so I have to go. Irabeth says goodbye with a short bow, or a short bow, depending how you read that. With there's a recruit. That's my tent, or Emerylda's tent. What do we got here? Did we talk to Wilsa? I think we did. Let's see if Woljif's got anything new to say. Woljif is standing, repeatedly flipping a coin in the air. He looks bored, but the tip of his tail is twitching nervously. Noticing you, he perks up. Hey Chief, how about letting me go? Why would you need a thief in your party? What if I rob you in your sleep? I mean, I'm not going to, for now, but what if I get a rush of inspiration? Well, you are free to go. Well, you can leave the party. You are free to go. Woljif looks at you with suspicion, his tail whipping back and forward faster and faster. Are you serious, Chief? Saying things like that? And I just might believe him, you know? See, if I follow this to the natural conclusion of what Emerylda would say to somebody who's asking to leave, she's going to let him go. But she's not going to say, I don't need you anymore, because he might actually be useful. But she's not going to stop him. She's not a military commander. This is not a war. If she doesn't have this guy's full devotion to the cause, you may leave. For a moment, Woljif is rendered speechless, his eyes full of hurt and confusion. Recovering himself, he cheerfully punches his fist into the palm of his hand, his tail frozen in the shape of a question mark. Ah! Finally! I was running out of ideas on how to make you throw me out. Farewell, Chief! Try not to die. Them Galfreys and Iomedes won't do it without you. Woljif waves his hand and looks away quickly. Okay. So that was full role-playing decision from Emerylda to get rid of him. I kind of would have liked to know a little bit more, and he was probably going to have been useful because I'm going to need a rogue. But Emerylda doesn't want someone that doesn't want to be here. Greetings. The neat smile on Camelia's lips disappears so quickly, you almost wonder if you imagined it. So, you're Hawkes's daughter. You've discovered my most terrible secret. Father cares so much about the worm name that he raised me in our mansion, hiding me away from the whole world. I'll always be grateful to my father for everything he's done for me, even if Mendev's society disapproves of some of his decisions. Would it be insolent of me to beg for your discretion regarding what you know about us? Camelia's words are polite, but her tone grows sharp. Let us keep this as our little secret. I assure you, my father and I appreciate loyalty and decency. For both myself and my father, I thank you for your understanding. Yeah, again, they've mentioned this before. Emerylda does not care about their family. What do you think of the powers you received from me? Camellia shrugs nonchalantly. People of noble descent grow accustomed to ample opportunity. The powers I receive from you are useful, but I see no point in treating them with excessive piety. Piety? Not sure. How do you pronounce that? Okay. I have to go. We'll talk later. I won't keep you. Alright, so she doesn't have much new to say to us. Horgus we've already talked to. Pretty sure we already talked to this guy too, didn't we? Yeah, he's the shop. What are your duties in the camp? What are your duties in the camp? A little bit of everything. What's an officer to a soldier? A strict father. So what does this make a quartermaster like myself? Something like their mum, that's what. I'll make sure the lads have everything they need to defeat the enemy and come back from battle in one piece. Wilson starts ticking off his fingers. That means food, firework, medicine, tents, mended clothes, fixed weapons. The horses have got to be fed and watered, the camp's got to be fortified by the evening and broken up by the morning. I make sure the wages are paid on time and the wagon wheels don't squeak. And then there are reports. Gods, until you asked, I never realised how many duties I actually had. What do the soldiers think of their new commander? They mostly tell tales about your unusual power, but they don't shy away from talking about you as a person too. Soldiers were always like that. If Iomedae herself descended from heaven, you bet they'd jabber on about how she grips her sword and how good she looks in her armour. People talk about you with suspicion at first, but you're a heroine, of course, no doubt about that, and the blessing from the gods helped you at the Grey Garrison. But the powers you use, they seem to be of a divine nature, but then again, maybe they're not. The Inquisition would be outraged by that, but soldiers are simple folk. They've talked it over, decided that everything is happening as it should, and the main thing is the commander keeps winning, and the Queen is pleased with her. I have to go. Okay, so we might actually be have to work on keeping the troops' morale by the sounds of that. This is that Leota guy, he wanted to talk to us. Commander, a tall man with piercing yellow-green eyes gives you a brief nod. Let me personally congratulate you on your new title, and thank you for your time in advance. I am Leota Hawkblade, an Inquisitor Great. Of the Church of Iomedae, the Bringer of Light. I require your assistance in a certain delicate matter involving one of your companions, young Count Darren Arende. Knowledge world check passed. Are you one of Prelate Holren's followers? Leota's face freezes for a moment, but he nods. Yes, of course. Where were you during the attack on Kenabres? I was on the hunt. A very successful one, but as often happens in life, this minor success was a mere harbinger of a larger failure. If I hadn't been so far away from Kenabres on the day of the attack, I might have been able to help my comrades and prevent a number of deaths. Are you aware that it was I who killed him? So I don't know why this is a lawful action to commit to it, but we're going to do it. We're making enough out of line, it doesn't really matter. So we'll just do what we do. Are you aware that it was I who killed him? Leota's face proclaims his astonishment. No, I wasn't aware. Why are you revealing this to an Inquisitor, and so calmly? That's a surprisingly bold move. Bewildered, he's at a loss for words. How did it happen? I wanted to protect a priest of Desna. He was deemed a traitor and threatened with execution. I will have to confirm your testimony when I finish investigating the Count's case. But knowing the revered Holren and his attitude towards the Desnans all too well, I also know that it is true. This news is hard to accept. Why did I leave Kenabres right when everyone needed me the most? Perhaps I could have protected the people, prevented my brethren from making fatal mistakes that led to such an ignominious end. Tell me about yourself, Inquisitor. I want to know who I'm dealing with. So, Emerylda is definitely on guard with this guy because of what happened with Prelate Holren, because he basically went full Inquisitor mode and we had to kill him. And there was no option to not kill him and talk him down. So this guy is part of that same breed, the same organisation. Emerylda is definitely going to be wary about him being in the army. I am orphaned by birth. I have lived in Mendev for most of my life, dedicating myself to the service of the Inheritor. My warrior brethren mostly worship Gorum, but I've never been eager to fight for the sake of battle alone. I was a good fighter in my early youth and could easily best most of my peers, but I didn't enjoy showing off my skills. Victory is bland on its own. Purpose adds flavour to war. I can't say that I've always been a faithful sword of Iomedae. Back in my mercenary days, fate brought me to the borders of Mendev, where I spent quite a long time among the Crusaders. Fighting shoulder to shoulder with my righteous comrades in arms and watching demons commit their atrocities eventually led me to something I'd been seeking my whole life. Purpose and faith. That is how I found my calling. Even though it may be hard at times, I've never regretted my decisions. Alright, then what brings you here to my army? I ask you to assist the Church of Eomade in an investigation of the utmost importance. I understand that the leader of the crusade has plenty of other matters to attend to, but please allow me to tell you the details. Perhaps it will explain why I am calling upon you. The Inquisitor's face instantly reveals his feelings. He frowns and looks through you, lost in his thoughts for a moment. I suppose that you have already heard about Count Arende's story. I refer to the tragedy at the Heaven's Edge estate. You're going to investigate this old case again, aren't you? Yes, I am. I have several reasons to doubt the widely shared account of what exactly happened at the estate and how it happened. You see, Commander, I was among those sent to examine the estate after the incident. I saw everything with my own eyes, and I still remember it clearly, even though it feels like it happened a lifetime ago. Heaven's Edge was a unique place that still carried the spirit of old Mendev before the World Wound, and yet on that day it turned into a labyrinth house of horrors, like something only seen in our nightmares. Apologies for the digression. I wanted to tell you about my suspicions. Everything about the incident seemed odd. Why was the only person left alive a young boy with a newfound talent for divine magic? Why did nobody send to Kenabres for help, even though the agony spanned many hours? We found the demons dead, with their heads cut off when we got into the estate. How were they defeated? How did the disease kill even the paladins present at the estate, who were said to be immune to any disease? Yeah, that was a question I had when we heard of the story originally. If the demons had found a way to penetrate the Holy Warrior's defences, why has this never been repeated since the tragedy at Heaven's Edge? You are the only person who can help me here, Commander, because the only living witness of those events is currently serving in your army. Your army's route will take you near the very site of the tragedy. Heaven's Edge has been abandoned and sealed with potent magic throughout all these years, and only the Count has the power to break that seal. He is unlikely to invite an Inquisitor inside, and in any case, he won't like me sniffing around his family seat. But if you, as his commander, express your wish to visit the estate, he will be obliged to fulfill it, and I will simply follow you as one of your attendants. There are 100 ways, 1,000 paths, and a myriad loopholes in human lives that the forces of evil can use to their advantage. I'm not sure which one of those led the demons to the gates of Heaven's Edge, but I do know it wasn't a simple raid the kind Crusaders face every day. That incident involved a significantly more powerful entity, and that is why I'm asking for your help. We cannot be sure that such a tragedy will not happen again until we uncover the truth. Why can't you search the Ark? Well, he already answered that because he needs to get in, and he can't get in without the Count. So we know he can't get in without us. Did you question Dayron himself? I did. The Count insisted he couldn't remember anything about the incident due to severe shock. He saw the demons at the very beginning when they appeared at the celebration to announce the onset of the plague and mock their victims. He also witnessed the death of his mother, Countess Selena. That was all he would tell me. Leota pauses. We had found the young Count sleeping like a log on the floor in one of the rear chambers, having drunk about half the family wine cellar all by himself. There is no reason to disbelieve him on the matter. Fine, I will help. What do you need? Leota bows his head to you with exceptional reverence. Thank you, Commander. Now may I ask you to speak to the Count and tell him that you wish to see at Heaven's Edge. Now I ask you to speak to the Count and tell him that you wish to see at Heaven's Edge. Okay, that doesn't make sense. Please do not inform him of my presence right away. I will join your escort when it's time to travel to the estate. When we get there, I will also require your help during the investigation. You'll have to follow me, observing my actions as an independent witness. Yeah, it's starting to get a bit far. I'm happy to take you there, but I'm not going to be your servant. If you have any other questions, please feel free to ask me. Will remain here for a while. I have to go. Okay, so he wants us to go and take him to Heaven's Edge. That's fine. We will do that. We've been in the chapel's tent. We've spoken to Social. Spoken to the blacksmith. What's this one? Field medic. Darren. Okay. There you are. Alright. So how do you like your new role, advisor? Darren winces. You also enjoy poking me with that stick, don't you? Well, no, that wasn't. Imagine it. Me, a crusader. If my dearest cousin hoped to teach me a lesson, she managed it perfectly. An assignment I couldn't avoid without losing face. This idiotic journey leading straight into the demon's moors. I could have been on a pleasure boat right now, with the loveliest songstress in Pitax on my arm, and a bottle of the finest Keonan wine to keep us company. I would happily have had you there, Darren. But there's something going on here. Incidentally, I blame you for all this. Well, actually, I think Cousin Galfrey is to blame for everything that's happened to me, and I suppose some of my misdeeds could be considered my own fault. But I can hardly be expected to take responsibility, can I? Certainly not. Therefore I shall lay all the blame at your door and plot my revenge. If he's calling Galfrey his cousin, maybe Galfrey's not actually immortal in this rendition, and she might be elven? Because elves have got unnaturally long lives. Did you also receive a fraction of that unusual power? Looks like it. I genuinely hoped that getting away from you would be the end of it. If your gift truly did come from Iomedae, then giving me a smidgen of that power was a very subtle joke on her part. I had no idea that our divine lightbringer of Mendeb even had a sense of humour. Don't get me started on the many acts of sacrilege against her. That obscene engraving, the truth about the test of the Starstone, is the tamest one by far. Okay. The Queen's asked us to keep him, so we're going to keep him. I'd like to visit Heaven's Edge and see the Arende estate someday. Oh! I was just about to mention it myself. I've been thinking. Now that I'm in the middle of this whole crusade nonsense, I simply must devise new ways to have fun. With all the recent commotion, my birthday completely slipped my mind. What if we were to celebrate it at Heaven's Edge? It's not far from here, and you'll get to enjoy a banquet in a bona fide haunted house. Darren seems to have trouble getting the words out, which clearly indicates how rarely he has to ask for anything. Since you're my superior, and I'm your advisor, I'm obliged to ask your permission to leave for the festivities. And I want to ask you to invite you too. I'm sure the commander can free up an afternoon while the soldiers are on leave. Are you really going to throw a banquet in the very place where your whole family died? Darren purses his lips for a moment before replying in a bored drawl. Yes, what of it? Am I supposed to weep and quake with fear for the rest of my life? I've stayed away from the damn place for 10 years, and now I'm going to return there to drink, dance, and be merry without a care in the world. You can keep your squeamish disapproval to yourself. Okay, let's continue after the battle for Drezen. If you wish to celebrate, we have to make it happen first. Should I ask for Asma to clear some space in her boneyard in preparation, then? I jest, of course. Fine, I'll wait. Okay, I should go. Goodbye. We're probably not going to wait. It'll depend where it falls in the grand scheme of the things where we have to travel to. Oh, we've done the medic tent. I think that might be it. I think we've now spoken to everybody in town. So let's... Pretty sure we did Sealer already. Yeah. Whoops. Yeah, we don't want to send Sealer on her way. She's kind of instrumental. Now, did we have gear to do? We do have gear to do. So much gear to do. Oh, we better get back into the medic tent. We need a scroll of restoration. Okay, Vasali. Show me your scrolls. Let's sort by name. Scroll of restoration. Okay, give you one of them. Thanking you. Alright, so it's one of these ones. That one. Perfect. And let's clear our negative level. Alright. That's that sorted. Now, let's have a look at what we have gear-wise. Weapon-wise, I'm not worried. Oh, hang on, we've got a level up to do we? And we would add a second one, except we've kicked Woljif out. Well, we didn't kick him out. He asked to leave, and we let him leave. That is totally what Emerylda would do if someone asked to leave. She's not forcing anyone to fight the demons. She will do this alone if she has to. So it's a bit weird that they made him ask that, because certain character archetypes, if played correctly, will allow that. He's not a slave. So maybe she is more chaotic than lawful. Oh, what have I done? I've done the... We want boundless healing, don't we? Yeah. He's a healer. So I did his mythic path first, accidentally. And we'll do his normal level. So we'll just stick in Oracle. I'm not too worried about what he does. Sure. Not worried about your skills either. Now, this is your 3rd level. You're going to get 1 3rd level spell. You've picked up Boundless Healing, so you can cast your healing spells at range. Oh, is there something we are better off picking up for you? Probably not. I'm not planning to use you very much. Archon's Aura is a very good spell. Seems a weird one to give him, seeing as he's evil. But it's a lawful spell too. I thought he was neutral evil. Double check his alignment. Sociel has access to... Oh, Sociel can actually join us now. Okay, well that's cool. I think I might... Did I do his level? I can't remember if I looked at Sociel yet. We'll just take Cure Serious, I think. It's got to be something that he can cast repeatedly. Dispel Magic is a good choice, but Ember already has it. And I've just picked up Boundless Healing, so he's got range on his heals. So let's pick that up. Okay. Oh yeah, there's Sociel. So that's going to be interesting. Who am I going to... like? I'm probably more likely to use Sociel, to be honest. A Cleric of Shaman over an Oracle, Evil Oracle. Probably not going to happen. And Camellia, clearly evil, but we'll deal with you later. Neutral, lawful, good. Let's work our way down. Sealer's our frontline tank. Let's make sure she has the best gear available. So this is a Great Axe. Anything we need to take off of you? Heavy Flail of Weakness. So that's your bludgeoning weapon. So you need a bludgeoning weapon. We don't want you to be impaired. Ring of Protection's a good idea. Ring of Storyteller is just equipped, so it's on somebody. And Amulet Natural Armor. So let's see what we have here. So it's a one-handed weapon. Longsword's pretty good. +1 to hit, plus D3 damage. Kloroditska. This one, just a regular old club. Cold Iron Falchion. Dark Glowing Scythe. Negative energy damage. Bardiche. Flail of Light Burst. It deals an additional D6 positive energy damage. Well, is it two-hander? One-hander. Let's put it there. It'd be nice if we could just switch the weapon with the same shield. Can we do that? No. Because that's a really good option for her. If a lot of stuff you need the bludgeoning for will be undead, and that'll be exceptionally useful against undead as well. Well, that's only a confirmed crit, so it's not going to be hugely... I didn't see that part, so it's not hugely good. +2 against undead. It's a two-hander. She can't use that. It's Radiance. At the moment, that's just Masterwork Cold Iron, so it's not that great, but it hopefully will become better. Cold Iron +1 and can knock people down. Okay, that's a better bludgeoning weapon. Alright. Short Sword. Star Knife. Longbow. Adamantine Chainmail. What's she wearing? +2 half plate with a bonus to con. So that's actually quite good. Is it an enhancement bonus? Yeah. We have a Cloak of Resistance, but her saves are actually probably really good. 11, 6, 9. What's Emerylda got? 6, 7, 11. Well, let's put this on Emerylda. That'll free up a cloak. So we do kind of want you to have high saves because we don't want you to be held. We don't want you to be crowd controlled. Basically, you're a frontliner. So that's full plate, not as good. Padded armor. It's just studded armor. It's normal old ring. Emblem agile fists. What are you wearing? Natural armor. Well, that's really good. That's actually really good. Okay, cool. +2 bonus natural armor. We want your armor class as high as we can get it, so you can have that. And now the rest of these things are just potions, so we don't need to worry about any of them. Hey Lan, you are our damage. We need to make sure that you are capable of dealing the damage. What are you wearing here? Cloak of Disguise. Bonus to stealth, that's fine. Bonus to dex, that's also fine. Braces of armor. What is that beeping? Don't know if that beeping was in the game or if we'll just carry on. See if we hear it again. Wander, remove disease. Okay, so of these amulets, so your armor class doesn't get used or checked that often, so I'm not too worried. Now what's Finian at the moment? +1, Cold Iron, Ghost Touch. What are our other bow options? So that's actually quite good there. Entrapping Longbow or a Wicked Longbow. So it is a +2 Longbow that curses people. Okay, that's really good. So that actually, was that better than Finian? First stat wise? Yeah, it is. So that Wicked Longbow, it's going to increase our damage a little bit. Does remove Ghost Touch from him, but we do have to remember we still have a Ghost Touch available on Finian. Okay, and of the necklaces, what do we got? Agile Fists. Agile Fists could actually be useful for him. If he has the weapon finesse, which he doesn't, so it's not of use to him. Okay. Alright, next in line for a front line. So I think I'm going to replace Camellia. Thinking Camellia is going to get replaced with Socia. So Perception and Trickery will be her main skills that we're losing. A +16 to Perception and +19 to Trickery. So we have 10 and 12 there. 6 there. 15 Perception. So we're not losing Perception. We're not using Use Magic Device. We are losing Trickery. So we're going to have a fairly big drop to our Trickery. It's going to go from 19 down to 12. Plus we're going to lose the ability for trap finding. That's half the level on. Okay, so maybe that's not a thing. So magical traps can only be found in pen and paper by somebody with the trap finding skill. That doesn't seem to be part of the description here. And traps are found with perception, so we should be fine then. Because that just adds straight to her perception rolls. It doesn't appear to be anything about disarming magical traps as a thing. So it's just going to be a matter of getting our skill up. So our trickery skill up. Okay, so it's definitely not... No, it's going to hurt a little bit, but it's not going to be a massive loss. Now what are you capable of, Social? You are a standard cleric of the luck and good domain, which is fine. And you have picked up extra channel, toughness, medium armor, focus. Why? Why? Why would you force yourself? Why not just grab heavy armor proficiency? Okay. Well, that's kind of a pain, but we can wear adamantine chainmail, which will... Your armor class is going to be terrible. Let's get you a ring of protection. Your dex is only 10. You would have been a perfect candidate for full plate. Okay. Well, let's work on your armor class a little bit. What can we actually do? We can get you up to 19. Why would you take medium armor focus instead of heavy armor proficiency? That is baffling. Alright, we'll work with it. We'll make do with it. Yeah. What else did you pick up? Other feats. Extra channel, selective channel, toughness. It's weird, you've picked up toughness as if he wants to go into melee, but then you haven't picked up heavy armor proficiency, which is another odd decision. Okay. Or any sort of weapon proficiencies. So obviously you can use the glaive because it's your god's chosen weapon. which gives you reach, so you don't have to be right on the front line. We're gonna have to be extra careful with you, aren't we? Alright, we haven't done your spells yet. Why do you have 3 lesser restorations prepared? Okay. 2 blesses, 2 unbreakable hearts. Let's get protection from evil on there. I don't know. Unbreakable heart has been useful. I don't know if we need 2 of them. Bless, okay, sure. Bless is a good spell to have. Let's get a divine favor in there. How long is magic weapons duration? A minute. Stunning barrier, 1 round. I mean, that could be handy because your AC is already pretty bad, but we won't go Shield of Faith. So if he does need to wave into melee, he can Shield of Faith and Divine Favor. Alright, level 2. Blessing of Courage and Life. That's always handy if you know you're coming up against a death effect. What do you got in there? Protection from evil communal. Okay, sure. We'll go with that. Always good to have a remove paralysis. We will keep you with 1 restoration. We do have the what's the name of the spell here? Soothing Mud plus a restoration lesser on Emerylda. So I'm not too worried about making sure we keep those. What was your wisdom? Wisdom's 19, so you're not too bad with stuff that'll require a save. But generally, clerics I'd like to be my buffing, healing, supporting type. So, saving throws against fear and death effects, and it can heal. The heal's not huge though. So we need something to go. Resist energy, summon, aid. You don't really have a whole lot of choice at this level. Bear's Endurance is becoming a good support heal spell. So Cure Moderate does 2d8 plus 1 per caster level. So that's plus 6. That's an average of, what's that, 15 healing, and Bear's Endurance is now straight up 12 extra hit points. So it's pretty comparable. It also improves your saving throws and stuff for having Bear's Endurance. And seeing as you can cast Cure Moderate spontaneously, we don't need to prepare that. We have a communal protection already. Find traps might be worth taking since we're losing our rogue. What's it actually do in this game though? Same as the feat, okay. And it's personal, so not worth it. Because I don't think he's... No, his perception's plus 10, so did I give him 3 more to perception? Still not worth it for a level 2 spell slot. I mean, I could just give him Owl's Wisdom, which will give him a plus 2 to it, and plus everything else that's wisdom based. Which could be worth having an Owl's Wisdom. Oops. Okay. And a Bull Strength. A Lion Weapon might be good too. And we might keep 1 restoration. No, actually we don't need 1. We'll grab a Lion Weapon. Yep. Alright, and for your 3rd level spells, definitely have a Prayer for sure, and a Dispel Magic. Magic Vestments. 1 hour per level. We're going to take one of them for yourself because your armor's not magical. Archon's Aura is always a good spell, so there should be penalties to everyone in range. So any hostile creature within 20 foot must succeed at a will save, -2 to attack rolls, saving throws, and armor class. Yeah, so that's actually a really good one to have for you as well. And a Prayer. Yep, cool. I'm happy with those. Darren, I should check what you've got. Cure Serious, Neutralize, Resist Energy, Cure Moderate, Restoration. Yeah, so I can't change yours anyway. You I don't care about. Alright, whoa. That's right, we picked up some extra spells here, didn't we? So, let's see what we got. All these red ones we're not going to touch. Did I get Grease? Grease, I believe, scales. Yep. Grease scales reasonably well. We're just going to keep the 1 though. And we might just stock up on magic missiles. That's personal. He's got a target. I mean, that large person. We'll take one of those too, but 5 magic missiles just to give you some more utility. Okay, for your second level, I'm going to keep a create pit, even though it's bugged at the moment. It could still come in handy. We've got a see invisible. It's got 10-minute per level duration. Fine with that. Cat's grace, bear's endurance. Grab another web and a glitter dust, because that's always good to help get rid of invisibility. And a bull strength, so it's got a few little buffs in there. Okay, now here we go. He's see invisibility communal, so another counter to invisibility. We'll grab a whole person, another slow, and another haste. 4th level, you know stone skin, but you can't cast it until 7th level. Okay, and Lan, not much we can do with you, and Sealer. Again, not much to change here. Okay, cool. That's all of that done. Did we do it? No, we didn't do all the gear, did we? We just started. Alright. So what amulet are you wearing? +2 to persuasion. We might actually go +1 to your save DCs. And then who had a good persuasion? You do. Are you wearing an amulet? Who's not wearing an amulet? What are you wearing? Natural armor. Well, you're not really going to be coming with me, so I'll take that back. Yeah, you're wearing that. So there's nothing else to add to you. Who else is likely to get in range? Well, you're probably more likely. If the fighting goes south, you will step up. So you can wear a natural armor as well. You can just wear that. Doesn't help anybody here. What are you shooting with? Short bow of code, +1 bonus on attack rolls against chaotic creatures. Oh, we still have Finian. Who doesn't have a good weapon? So actually, you didn't have a good weapon. Where we go? Finian. Whoops. No, sorry. Wrong button. Wrong button, Finian. Can we turn you into... That's unfortunate. Can't turn you into a glaive. So the only weapon that we need magical is our glaive, but we can't do it. That's a bit of a shame. Who else needs a weapon then? So yours is already better, and yours is probably already better. Okay, we'll save Finian for when we need him then. So what is he at the moment? Oh no, wait, it's Bardish. There is glaive. Okay, I don't know how I missed that. There we go. Cool. So Finian is still going to be used. Okay. Your armor, adamantine chainmail, fine. Your armor, breastplate +1. What's this? Lose 3 armor class. Yeah, we'll lose out on armor class there. Weapon doesn't matter. You're done, you're done. You don't matter. You're done. You can't wear armor, and we don't have any other bits and pieces for you. You don't matter. Same deal. Could wear an amulet, but that's not going to help you. You also don't wear armor. You've also got a new weapon. You've got a... I suppose we could give you a new weapon here too, couldn't we? Wait. We got multiple Finians. Have I just duplicated Finian? Huh. Apparently. Okay, we'll see how long that lasts for. But I think we're done. I think we're ready to go back to our tent, we'll sleep, then we'll go outside. Where's our tent? That has taken me a lot longer than expected to get everything sorted in this place. But we're all... Who's that? Oh, it's Leota. Okay, I'm assuming I can sleep in my tent. Rest. Okay, choose a spell. What do we got? Need a high level scroll scribers. Get that a big one to make a scroll of, because scrolls don't need to use the resources. See if we can get a better scroll scribers kit. But for now, probably don't need anything. Sure, whatever. I just want to rest to get my spells back.
You were observing me earlier whilst I was practicing with my rapier, Daron. Did you find it a captivating sight?
Oh, indeed. As captivating as a dancing cobra, a rushing avalanche, or a raging thunderstorm. And just as with those natural phenomena, it is important to do two things. Enjoy the view, and keep one's distance.
Yeah, you think these two would probably be quite a decent match. Both evil nobles. Okay, let's go and get into the world then. How do we get out of here? Down here. Let's go see what we are supposed to do. I don't even know anything about the army side of things yet. There's Lan. I haven't talked to you yet. Have you got anything new? Okay. Sorry, Camellia. We're going to take him along with us. Do we want to do that? I kind of like Camellia. Don't like Darren. Well, you're our range damage. You're our frontline tank. I like Ember. Ember does not doing too much, but I just like her as a character. Same with Nenio. They're our casters, so yeah. This is not a very good party. We need more frontline combatants. Darren is going to have to make do. Not Darren. Socio will have to make do as a frontliner, even though he's not really a frontliner. Okay, what do we have here then? So this is just like the map from Kingmaker. What's this? Crusade starting out. You can now control armies on the global map. Okay. So they can provide us resources, relics, and they can capture things. You can switch between party and army by clicking on the banners. Alright, well, can I find out about this army? Oh, here we go. There's 100 somethings. Up down here. 100 footmen. Alright, I don't know what that's doing. Morale is high. Well, that's good. There's demon army there. Demon armies everywhere. Wow. Okay. Heaven's Edge. That's a long way out. The map looks familiar though, which I like. Selon River, which is fair. Okay. So I move the army and I move myself. Oh, Social's got mythic power now. What are we going to do with you then, Social? Well, I'm not gonna. You're not a healer. Your job's not going to be healing. I want you to be a second line fighter, if I can. I don't want you to be charging. Ranging, no. Missing charge, no rage. Only one ally can leave a mark. Other allies do not deal additional damage to a marked target. Well, we could do with that. Inspirational leader? Yeah, okay, we'll go with that. Best choice, battle, meditation, boundless healing. Comes reach, the amount of hit points depends on your cast level and disregards. Yeah, okay, we will go that one because it will affect his spontaneous healing. Okay, so if I move the party, path is unknown. Path is unknown. What if I go this way? That's weird. Okay. Do you wish to enter this location? Now, do I need to move my army too? What do I do with the army? Okay. I'm not sure what I'm doing with the army there. I'm supposed to be pushing on to Drezen, I suppose. But we'll deal with this place first. An elderly man limps towards a grave and clumsily throws a handful of soil inside. How unfair! They were all so young. They had their whole lives ahead of them. They sacrificed themselves, and an old cripple like me still lives. An elven woman with her face bathed in tears steps up to the grave. She whispers, "The painting. It burned like everything else in the house. There is nothing left for me to remember you by. Nothing. A young man throws a handful of soil into the open grave and stands beside it for a while. Lost in thought, finally he sighs and steps back. Why did his get animated? Oh, Sociel. Sociel throws a handful of soil into the grave in front of him. He takes a breath and prepares to speak, but it seems that he simply cannot find the right words. The cleric wipes his tear-filled eyes, gathers his resolve, and in a gentle voice, I wish you a warm welcome in Shalan's realm. We will win this war, I swear to you. We will banish this ugliness and evil, make the world richer, and let peace blossom in it. We'll make sure anything like this... He breaks into sobs mid-sentence, and then falls silent without finishing his declaration. Chaotic, it's like a chaotic evil response. Thank you for everything you've done for us. Sociel is too absorbed in his grief to hear you, but the other mourners nod in approval, wiping their teary eyes. They were good people. I can't believe they're gone. What is that? An elven woman shrieks in horror, disrupting the atmosphere of silent mourning. Her trembling hand points at something moving inside a grave. Suddenly a corpse climbs out of the ground, wafting a horrible stench from its rotting body. It's a zombie! Run! Of course it's a zombie, it's a graveyard. Okay. Oh, I didn't look at my formation, did I? I'll do that before I forget. So you can come back here. You can go in there. So maybe on the side, like that, like that. You're going to be a little bit tankier than these people. Maybe even this way around. Yep. Cool. Alright, what are we up against? A single zombie. Really?
You're irrelevant.
Oh, they're going to come in as we go. Okay.
Begone, fiend!
Still just normal zombies. Zombie lord. Oh, I didn't see that. It's a zombie lord. Okay. Coming in on both sides as well. Alright. How much is going to come in, I wonder. So let's... Resist energy communal. Zombies don't do poison, so we'll turn this into a summon. Let's give us some more front lines. Okay. Sealer. Oh, that's a new zombie lord coming in. Out. Alright. So you're gonna get 2 attacks on this guy. Cool. Land. Let's get you back out of range.
The wrong mongrel.
Ouch. That was a critical. Alright, Ember. Since Misfortune. That's Dispel. Oh, so 2 different types of Dispel. Alright, so this should be decent here. Dog, what do we got? Nenio and Emerylda. So we do probably need to kill this one that you're busy fighting. You should have smited it. Okay. Ember's in a little bit of trouble there, but he's gone for land, so that's okay. And Emerylda here is in a little bit of trouble. It's 2. Now, what are you going to do against all of this? There's so many spells now. I love it. But against zombies, do we actually have anything especially useful? Not really, do we? And I don't really want to blow much in the way of resources against regular old zombies. So let's just
I'll remove this obstacle.
try and shoot them. Okay, we haven't done your actions down here, have we? So what do we got? We've got your channels. What's this? Touch of good. Okay, bonus to saving throws. Bit of luck. Roll twice, take the highest. Oh, Divine Fortune, that's cool. It's a longer lasting bit of luck. And accept rage. We don't want to accept rage. Alright, since you got 7 of these, let's just burn through one for some damage. Nice. So Leopard still can't act. Now Emerylda. Burn one of yours too. You don't get as many. It is a huge AoE though. Yep. Alright, now we've pretty much cleared it.
Into the fray.
It's now a matter of hacking our way through. Oh wait, there's more coming.
You won't survive me.
We're gonna. Yeah, I guess it's just now form a circle. There's a lot of zombies coming, isn't there? Popping up under the ground right in front of us. Okay. So maybe we're going to have to spend some resources for this fight. They're not really grouping up for me to hit them with burning hands. It's a bit unfortunate. That group over there might, maybe. Let's try from this one. I'll bounce back that way, okay. Let's get you over here. You're getting a little bit surrounded on that flank. Okay, Null. Forgot to smite, but you still killed it. Nenio's going to need a heal. She's... yeah. Amber's got herself overextended. Okay, Nenio. Let's just get Mirror Image on, because you're getting focused in the middle there. See if we can get you away from being fully surrounded. It's probably still worth just doing that, isn't it? Alright, let's 5-foot step into the middle and channel again. Good work, Leopard. Alright, Emerylda. We could channel, we could summon. Curses are not, or hexes are not useful against undead. Except that one, that'll work on undead. But, let's just attack, I suppose. I don't know how many more are going to come. Okay, Sealer. I don't know why Nenio is so heavily being focused here. I'm going to assume that we will get some kind of demon. Just pick off. Oh, that's right, you got the AoE now. What was that again? No? Oh, that was your mythic path. Cleaving shot. Ah, okay, nice. So you want to go for finishing shots. Forgot about that. That is definitely going to be handy. What was your mythic power? Oh yeah, sorry, the ability to get through fire resistances. So, I mean, everything you're burning through is 2nd level at the moment, but 9 damage. Yeah, okay. If we hit multiples, that would have been worth it. Okay, so he's down. Alright, so I don't know. He's just going for Nenio. What did Nenio do to you guys? So lucky we got a mirror image.
I will bring down the divine
Okay,
wrath.
nice work, Social. Okay, Leopard. Okay, cool. Still expecting a demon to pop up here, but maybe it's not going to. With a heavy heart, Socio looks at the corpses of his friends, returned to rest by his own hand. What is this twisted mockery? Who could possibly... Wait, what's this? He bends down and recovers something from the ground. Take a look at this! Socio hands off a black onyx gem to you. Once precious, this stone is now covered in cracks, falling apart in your grip as you examine the engraved Minotaur's head, the unholy symbol of Baphomet. The cleric's voice, perplexed at first, fills with rage as he speaks. Cultists! Simply murdering my friends was not enough for them! No, they had to come to the funeral and desecrate the graves! They will pay for everything they have done when we find them. You're right. They can't be far. We can't allow them to torture anyone else this way. Wait, The townspeople fled the undead without knowing they have a traitor among them. Wherever they are, they're in great danger. We must find them. Okay, now we have to find the cultist. It's not worth a channel.
The goddess protects us.
So let's just drop a first level spell on healing. One of our blessers will do. 13 points. That will do just nicely. See if there's any masterwork or valuables here. Probably not. I stand corrected. The zombie lords all had masterwork scimitars, so we will take them. Shields are just normal, aren't they? Yeah. Okay. Let's see what else we can find here then. Something up there. Need athletics to get onto the roof, so we'll go do that. Or is that around the back? So that's around the back. Come around there after we find the rest of the civilians, I suppose. Somebody help me. Okay. Come in. Unquiet dead. The half-rotten corpse of a woman shambles out of the crypt. She leers at you with her empty eye sockets and croaks out a few words. Thank the gods! Thank you too! I knew this was going to happen someday. They buried me alive! I hate to break it to you, but you're actually dead. It's not the way Emerylda would word it, but that's exactly what she would say, something along those lines. It'd be more like, you realize you have already died. How dare you! What utter foolishness! Do I look like a corpse to you? No, no, no. You forget yourself. You should be ashamed to say such things to The dead Baroness waves her finger at you in a chastising manner, but cuts herself short, staring at her own hand in horror. What? How? This simply cannot be. I shan't permit it. I'm afraid it is true. I am truly sorry. This graveyard was desecrated by a necromancer. It seems he disturbed your rest as well. The dead woman covers her face with what remains of her decaying hands. So I died. But even in death the accursed servants of the abyss torment me. Can nothing be done? Perhaps you could lay me to rest? I quite enjoyed my life in this world, but now there is no place for me here. Not in this miserable form. Rest in peace. Yeah, she's not... No, once the dead is dead, it has moved on to the spirit realm in Emerylda's eyes. If they want to speak with her, then they could make contact. It's not her place to seek out stuff like that. So we're just going to put her back to sleep. Rest in peace. Thank you. Do feel free to take my burial jewelry. Those pieces are dreadfully out of fashion when I am going anyway. You waste a cure. I mean, doesn't seem like I can take her jewelry anyway. Oh, golden chain with diamonds, here we go. It's not magical, it's just normal. Okay, let's go through here, Lan.
Thanks, Lan. You're so awesome, Lan.
Go in here. What do we got? Bunch of jewelry. That
The
just
mongrel did it.
feels like grave robbing, which exactly is grave robbing, but that's what these games are expecting of us.
Eternal Rose, I call upon you.
Just go into real time. We don't need turn-based to kill a single zombie lord here. Oh. Alright, so we saved some citizens there. Take your sword. Anything else hiding up here? Okay, there's another zombie lord around here. Oh, hang on. The fight's turning into a real fight. It's going to turn based. I did not see that coming from that flank. It's a lot of zombie lords. We are all grouped up, ready to kill this one zombie. This might be a little bit of an issue, but zombie lords are not too scary. What is it? Level 4 fighters. Okay, maybe they should be a little bit scarier than they are. Attack bonuses are quite good. Plus 9. Oh, they got scimitars too. Well, that's just rude, giving them scimitars. We might actually delay until this guy has moved within range of our channel. Ember, where can I get you? Where are you? Let's see. Who's in there? Emerylda is there, but they're all zombies. And Nenio is in there too. So we're going to hit a couple of friends here, but that's still going to be a good hit. Should have probably waited until they'd all moved, shouldn't I? Yeah, I should have delayed. Let's get your mage armor on. Should have done that before too. Alright, let's again wait. Land though. Let's move out. Let's just kill this guy if he's on his way. We do need to wait till some of them get low and the land can do his cleaving shot. Alright. Now let's start dropping some channel negatives. It's a pretty weak channel, but yeah, nice. Good AoE damage happening there. Oh, where'd you come from? Okay. Forgot to smite again. Really should remember your smite. Trying to get out of combat. Nenio, get out of there. Don't really want to blow through anything of yours. These last a minute per level. Could be worth it. Probably not. Let's Ow. That 2 crits in a row. Natural 20, natural 20. That's 4 natural 20s. Look at that. Natural 20 to confirm, natural 20 to hit, natural 20. That's 4 natural 20s in a row. That's just a little bit crazy. I mean, if they're going to do that, I'm going to need a bit more. Let's try that. 4 natural 20s in a row. Give me 4 natural 1s in a row now. Okay, who's nearly dead? It's not showing me hit points. Was there anyone close to death? That guy there is.
Won't survive me.
Didn't seem to do any AoE damage with the cleave. It's a bit annoying. There we go. Starting to burn them down with the channels. Yeah, we should just go clean up now. What are you going for them for? Alright. Positive channel. You're gonna have to heal yourself, I think.
You're irrelevant.
Alright. We'll just yeah. Was that another critical? Yeah, another critical. Oh, good God.
Endure this.
Wow, that was good cleaving. That was nice.
Into the fray.
So, copped 3 criticals over 2 rounds then. That's a bit brutal.
The world has suffered enough.
And you can heal yourself. Just use a cure light on yourself. There we go. Alright. Let's pick up all these scimitars again. I hear a horse. Okay, there's a chest here too. Let's have a look in that. A little bit of gold. Nice. Alright. Got a lot of zombies floating around.
I will lend you
Now
my
let's get
aid.
some of our longer term support spells cast. So what are our options? Shield? No. Armor? Yes. Okay. Nenio. Get your mage armor on. Okay. Tell long-term
Meditate on your
buffs.
mistakes. It might make you feel better.
This is also a long-term one, isn't it? So let's put that on CLR. Oh, that's not going to stack with your existing buffs. And null. And maybe one for social too. So our frontliners can all have bark skin. Okay. Athletics DC 14. That's pretty straightforward for a Lan, I think.
Thanks, Lan. You're so awesome, Lan.
What is up here though? A chest down the bottom. Okay. Let's go and loot that chest. And it looks like a ladder to climb. Athletics DC 19 to climb a ladder. That's a bit harsh. We'll use our lockpicks to get through there. We should have
Thanks,
taken
Lan. You're
the
so
item that
awesome,
gives
Lan.
+5. Yeah, the item that gives +5 to a skill, we should have taken that off of Camellia. Oh, here's our necromancer. And that's probably our cultist. What are you doing, Sociella? You just... What? The hell? What is happening here? He's left the party? Who are you? What do you want? I don't know what's going on here. All you have to do is die in the name of Baphomet. Have faith. You can do it.
Fall here. I
Why
swear
did-
it.
Why did he run in by... How did he run in by himself? Like, what? Well, this is a little bit ridiculous. He's going to get himself killed now. He's not... He's not a tank. Okay, who's going to go next? The Necromancer, and then Sealer, and then Nenio. We kind of want to wait till after Nenio. If we wait till Nenio's gone, we'll get haste. Okay, well, if you want to cast Acid Splash as a level 5 Necromancer as your first spell, then be my guest, but that's not a very good choice. Okay, let's make sure haste goes on to Sealer first. We should get all of us, yep. And then we'll start coming down. Now Sealer, I want you to come all the way down. Take the attack of opportunity and get into the middle here. And then we'll smite the Necromancer just to... and engage him. Okay, pull those attacks of opportunity. The dog, let's also smite the Necromancer and we'll come down and try and get him on the ground. Alright, cool. Skeleton Archer champions. Ouch. Okay. Let's do some Coal Lightning. Okay. 4-round action to cast, that's right. And Zombie Lord right into the middle of us.
Fight.
So Socio, you are going to have to heal yourself. Let's convert that Dispel Magic to a heal. Okay, so you didn't want to cast. Casting defensively doesn't happen automatically, or it's not possible to do it at all. Because, yeah, okay, should have cast. Whatever. He's in trouble. Gonna have to ignore that Zombie Lord up here. Because we need to free Social because he walked into the middle of an army of zombies all by himself. Okay. Cool. Necromancer is down. This zombie here. Kinda want to be able to throw this down here. Start trying to whittle that horde down.
I've failed you.
Did he die? No. I mean, why did he start in the middle of an army of zombie lords? How did the party just let that happen? Forced story, I suppose. It's not really anything I want to throw out of your resource pool into this fight, is there?
Mind over muscle.
We'll just shoot back up at this one. Alright.
The inheritor.
We'll just start hacking our way through the zombies down here then, shall we? Should have smited him, but no. Not a problem. Emerylda. What can we do about this guy? Oh, that's right, we've got Call Lightning active, don't we? So we can Call Lightning on him. Okay. Emerylda's starting to hurt. It's fine. Then, well, clear this fight up here first. Yep. I think we're pretty much under control, but...
Surrender or else.
Okay, let's just shoot a skeleton with a shitty bow. So many misclicks.
You should have
You don't
listened
really
to
have anything
Drezen.
useful to do. Probably shouldn't have shot a skeleton. Looks like you can't really get through its damage reduction.
Take you.
Alright, you're hacking your way through them. Have you got the bonus to your damage yet? Where does it tell me? Pretty sure you had a bonus to your damage. Smite this guy, then attack him. Yeah. Nice. We killed that guy off. Let's just keep dropping some lightning. Heal you in a minute, Social. Sorry.
You won't survive me.
Too late for apologies.
Okay, so now it's just a matter of fighting our way through it. Might even just go real time here. And that'll clean that up, and then we can heal Social for his stupidity of charging into the middle of that. I surrender! Stop! I give up! Don't hit me! Well, we kind of already killed you. The young man in black robes throws his hands up in a dramatic gesture. You damned rat! How dare you! Suddenly, Social becomes a totally different person. The artist's delicate hands clench into fists while his voice comes out as a menacing roar. He leaps at the necromancer and breaks his nose with a single blow. You scumbag! I remember you. You came to our temple begging for healing. Just a month ago, we fed you. We shared our table with you and took you in. Then I don't even know what I'm going to do to you. Stop it! I surrender! You're... Social ignores the necromancer's cries of pain, punching him right in the teeth. The necromancer spits blood but continues, fighting past the wild blows to his increasingly bruised and busted face. You're a priest of Shaman! I've surrendered, so you have to spare my life. Your goddess demands it. Shaman is a neutral good goddess. I don't know if she's all about redemption though. Redemption was... Is it Shaman? No. It's the other one that I'm mind blanking on the name of. The fire one. Serenray is all about redemption. Shaman probably does think about redemption. Let's find out. Is he telling the truth? Your religion doesn't allow you to kill him? Yes, the Eternal Rose is known for her grace. She teaches us to show mercy to anyone who asks for it. It is one thing to slay an enemy in battle, but a captive? You must try and save their soul, to show them the beauty of the world, persuade them to abandon the path of evil. It's difficult, but the world is better for it. I'm just repeating your own sermons back to you. Come on, Social. Try to make me repent my sins. Perhaps your kind words might make me abandon Baphomet's teachings, run to Shaman for redemption, and start knitting some masterpieces of my own. The cultist smirks impotently. He's not actually asking for redemption here. So this is false. He's falsely asking for redemption in knowing what he's doing is going to trigger the priest by the book. But in this case, there should be no issues with Social killing this character against his god's wishes. Because he's not really trying to repent. He's just trying to get out of the situation that he's in. There should be an option here for Emerylda to step in here as well, but there's not. The good response is to stop him, and the evil response is to tell him to keep going. Where's the response? To pull Social back and then do it myself. That's what I want here in this situation. But we'll tell him to stop, because it's not worth breaking his goddess's vows, even though I don't believe he actually is. Stop, Social. It's not worth it. Social looks at the battered necromancer's face, and then at his bloodied hand in disgust. He slowly lowers his and unclenches his fists. Thank you for stopping me. I almost broke my vows because of this. I had absolutely no idea there was so much rage in me. It's a shame, a disgrace. But I must admit that I enjoyed beating him. Forgive me for letting you see me like this. It should never have happened. Social wipes off the necromancer's blood off his knuckles and steps away from him. You are the commander, and he is your captive. It is up to you to decide his fate. So this might be a character that you could actually turn to evil. So if you're playing an evil party, that's pretty cool. I surrender here. Take everything I've got. Please, just don't kill me. Right. I think he should be killed. But Social is not the one to do it, because if that's going to affect his vows, I don't want to do that to him. Then I condemn him to death. His sentence will be carried out immediately. No, please, listen, You silence the necromancer forever with a single well-aimed blow. May the goddess forgive him, for I will not. He looks at you. Thank you for taking this sin upon yourself. Emerylda is not bound to any particular god. She worships Gozra, but the laws of nature don't have anything to do with redemption, good or evil. So to Emerylda, removing an evil creature is for the greater good. Oh, okay. What happened there? Social examines the devastated graveyard, then diverts his attention to the terrified townspeople. It is all right. You are safe now. We should bury the bodies again. This is a place of peace, and we must not leave it desecrated like this. Yeah, we made a mess, didn't we? The townsfolk are clearly terrified of even looking at the falling undead, but Social's soft words reassure them. As they work together, the graveyard soon regains its tranquil appearance. After a prayer, Social bows his head before the graves of his friends for the last time. May the eternal rose grant them peace at last. Let's be on our way. We have many more innocents to protect from the horrors of this war. Alright, cool. We are going to end that here. Looks like we've done a little bit of Social's story. It's cool to see that they've implemented a character of a good alignment that could potentially be converted to evil. That would be cool. There seems to be a lot of really neat options like that in this, and I'm really enjoying it. Maybe one day we'll play through an evil run through.
Let me help.
Let's burn through a few more of our channels. Whoops. Oh, didn't mean to do 2 of yours, but we just did. Did we?
Search for the beauty with your heart.
No? Okay, we'll finish the rest up with
eyes.
potions. But we'll call that here. We'll save it here, and we'll pick up in the next episode. Thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed the content, please like and subscribe.